Welcome to this SciDocs instructional video on how to extend the lease time for an existing server currently leased at SciDocs. This video assumes that you already have a login account at SciDocs and that you currently have an active lease server at SciDocs. So to begin, open a browser window and point that browser window to scidocs.com, and you'll see the home page. From here, in the upper right hand corner, you'll see an account pull down menu. Click on that and then click on login. Now I already have a user account set up for the purpose of this video, and I will use that, but of course here you would use your own email address that you have set up for your SciDocs account. I'm going to enter video at scidocs.com and the password associated with that login, and then click the login button, and it will show me my account information. So since we are extending the lease on an existing server lease that we have at SciDocs, I'm going to go to Services in the Account menu and click on My Services so I can get a list of all the services that I have. Here you see I have one IBM LPAR leased, and it is in an active state. That means that I can extend the time associated with this server, and to do that and see the details associated with that LPAR, I'm going to click on the View Details button, and it will show me the information associated with that currently leased and active server. So we see that it is in an active state, and we can see the expire date and time associated with this lease. So what I want to do at this point is add some additional time. I want to extend this expire date out to provide additional time to work on this LPAR. So to do that, if you'll scroll down in the details page, you'll see there is an option out there that allows me to extend my server lease, and there is a pull down menu associated with that that lets me add time to my existing server lease by the day, by the week, or by as much as a month. I'm going to choose to extend this server lease by 1 week. So let's go back and take a look at the date and time so we can know that we indeed extended that after we're done. So let's make a note of the expire date is 1/25/2015. The terminate date is 1/26/2015. So after we extend our lease time, that should move out by the expire date, should move out or add a week to that time. So let's click the Extend Server Lease button now. We're going to add a week to our existing server lease. And that brings us to our order summary page, where we could continue shopping if we wanted to. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to click Checkout. We're just going to add this one item. And that brings us to our checkout page, where we see that we have our extension, our 1 week extension. We have the details of the user making the purchase. We have our payment options. If we had more than one payment option here, it would show us the multiple payment options and allow us to pick the payment options. This account only has the one. So now we need to click the read that I have read and agreed to the terms of service. Check that box, and then you can complete the order and begin the extending the server lease by clicking on the Complete Order button. So now the order has been placed, and we see the order confirmation page, and here is our order confirmation number. From here, if we go back to Services and My Services, we'll see that we now have an additional product under My Services. We still have our existing LPAR that is in an active state, but now we have a new product that is in a pending state. And this is the new product that will have the additional time added to it. So this will take about 5 or 10 minutes to complete. And then what we'll end up with is this product with the new times, extend times and terminate times associated with it. So we'll pause the video here and wait for this pending action to complete and come back and continue once that is done. Resuming the video now, and the lease extension has been completed, and we still see on our services page that we have the same two products that we had before in the active, the first product being the original product in the active state, and then we added time, and that is still in the pending state. So let's go to the refresh button and refresh this page and see that we now are back to one single product in the active state. So let's click on the View Details button associated with that product and look at what we have. So what we did was add time to this existing product, and we added a week's worth of time. So if we look at the expire date now, we see that that is now a week or more actually beyond our original date of the expire date. The date we had before was 01/25 of 2015. It is now 02/02 of 2015. So that is actually 8 days out. And we also see that the terminate date is now 02/09 2015. Before, we had an expire date and a terminate date that were only 1 day apart. Now we have an expire date and a terminate date that is a week apart, and that is because the more time you lease, the greater the grace period is provided to you between the expire and terminate dates. So you now have a week in order to renew a lease once a lease expires between the expire and terminate date. And that is it on how to extend your time on a server lease at SiteOx. If you need more information, there are several links out here that you can obtain information. If you go to siteox.com, there is a knowledge base, and you can get to that knowledge base through this link, or you can go to support and knowledge base to get there. Under the knowledge base, there are several instructional videos. There are lists of services that SiteOx provides. There are also many articles on how to perform various technical tasks at SiteOx. That's the end of this video. Thank you for listening and watching.